Hi everyone, this is Tracy. I have a new deck to share with you today, and I wouldn't exactly call this a tarot deck. I think I would call it a novelty deck, but it does follow the tarot structure, and I thought it was absolutely hilarious, so I wanted to share it with you. It's called Food Fortunes. It is written and illustrated by Josh Lafayette. I got it off of Amazon. It's ridiculously not expensive. You can see that US it's $12.95, and there is a UK price on it, so you might be able to find it over there. And of course, since I got it from Amazon, I didn't pay that much for it. But it answers the age-old question of what to eat for dinner. The little booklet that comes with it is fairly small, but quite humorous. And it gives you, in the introduction, it gives you an origin story for how this deck was created and who found it. I'm not going to read all of that, but it's obviously this guy has got quite a sense of humor. Then it tells you the ways that you can play with the deck. You can pull a one card and decide, that's what you're going to eat. The 3-card spread, where when you pull a 3-card spread, you don't eat the first thing and you eat the other 2 things. And then you have the St. Peter special spread, which is quite complicated, and it involves not eating one thing and eating several things, and I haven't even tried to comprehend that. And then it just outlines what the cards are and what they represent in the food world. So I thought I'd show you all of these cards today because I just thought it was so fun and hilarious. And we'll see if we can have a little laugh together, because if you take yourself too seriously, well, there's just no fun in that. So, Little Tuck Box. It's published. Who's it published by? It's published by who, but nobody knows. Copyright. Printed and manufactured in China. Chronicle Books. It's published by Chronicle Books. Never heard of them. There are 78 cards. I went through and I put them in order. And then you have the backs, which says Food Fortunes, fully reversible backs. You actually have the symbols for earth, air, fire, and water here too. So this guy obviously knows a little bit about tarot and the esoteric meanings of some of these symbols. But we're going to start, and the first suit that you come across is the trumps. And we start with 0, the beginning, which is obviously an egg. Some of them, it's going to be obvious exactly what the picture is, what the food on the picture is. Some of them, maybe not so much. Then we have card number 1, the slice, which is pizza. I will have to say this was created by an American, obviously. And the foods do have an American sort of slant to them. But you will find international foods in this deck as well. So if you're having trouble deciding. 2 is the folded one. And in this case, this is supposed to be a taco. 3 is the burro, the burrito. 4 is the other duo. Don't know what the original duo is. I haven't looked at them that closely, but this is supposed to be fish and chips. 5, the Berg, is a hamburger. 6, the dog. We have a hot dog. I don't see that they necessarily correspond to their counterparts, maybe in the Rider-Waite Tarot, but it's fun just the same. 7, staple. That is a grilled cheese sandwich. I wonder why there's an iron in that card. Have you ever tried to make a grilled cheese sandwich with an iron? You should never, never, never try to do that. But I'm sure lots of people in college have tried to do that. Number 8, the Holy One. This is a bagel. We have a toaster up at the top. And a fish, because some people like salmon. Smoked salmon on their bagels. If you really had thought about it, you might have made that the Hierophant. The duo. Okay, here's the duo. This isn't the other duo was fish and chips. This is the duo, which is PB&J. Peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter jelly time. Number 10 is the trio, which is a BLT. Number 11 is the golden ball. And the golden ball is a falafel. Well, several falafel. This is just, it's amusing and clever because he's even, you know, put what part of the world, sort of, this food originated with the backgrounds. I think that's cute. 12, the link, sausage. 13, the many named. Do you call it a hoagie? Do you call it a sub? Do you call it a grinder? It's the many named. Oh, number 14, the fallen, is an apple. That's amusing. 15, the forever golden, French fries. Do you dip them in ketchup or do you dip them in mayonnaise? Or it could be mustard. And you also have tater tots and onion rings here. So if you're not a fan of the fries, go for the onion rings. The Islander, that is Spam. Because if you know, in Hawaii, they eat a lot of Spam. Now we're up to 17, the bagged one. We have chips. And you can see it's just adorable, just adorable. 18, the aged one, is cheese. 19, the flame, sriracha. That looks familiar. 20 is the extra firm one, which is tofu, for the vegetarians out there and the vegans. And then number 21 in the Trump suit is the chip breaker, which is guacamole. And you can see that he's put a little legend up here at the top, that this shows you that this card is in the Trumps, because he did also use Roman numerals for the suit as well. So you have to know that little thing to know that it's a Trump card. So now we're moving on to the mains. Acting as the centerpieces of meals across the globe, the mains create a sturdy foundation on which to build a meal. Do these cards represent a requirement? Only the universe can say. So we start with the ace of mains, which is canned soup. Then we move on to the two of mains, the mispronounced. I call it a gyro. Do you call it a gyro? Number 3, the slurp, which is ramen. Number 4, the Vietnamese, which is a banh mi sandwich. Number 5, the Chinese, fried rice. And sitting in front of the TV watching Netflix? Okay. Doesn't say Netflix, it says Net Movies, but. Number 6, the roll, sushi. Number 7, the pressed one, it's panini, but he says panino. Number 8, the orange one. Any guesses? Any guesses? It's chicken tikka masala. And I know I butchered the way I pronounced that for all of you people in the UK. Number 9, the stack, pancakes. Number 10, the New Englander, which is clam chowder. Then we have the page of mains. And we have chicken fingers and all kinds of different sauces to dip them in. That's my face. This is the Knight of Mains, which is spaghetti. Very American looking spaghetti. The Queen of Mains, which is a turkey. Are we going home for Thanksgiving? Looks like we're going home for Thanksgiving. And the King of Mains, which is a huge steak. Now we move on to the sides suit. The sides constitute those wayward lists found at the bottom of menus for centuries. Though many such menus suggest you pick 2, it only takes the universe one of these cards to be heard. Kind of stumbled through that. So ace of sides is pico de gallo. The 2 is the constant. That's bacon. the Middle Eastern, we have hummus. Carrot, we have the root carrot. 5, the refried beans. Oh, the dreaded greens card. The seed, it's supposed to be quinoa. The mini tree, broccoli. The Blanco dip, queso blanco. And 10 is the cast ironed cornbread. The page of sides, green beans. I think this guy might have even been Southern. The knight of sides is mashed potatoes. The queen of sides is, of course, a salad. And, drum roll please, the king of sides, macaroni and cheese. Yes! Now we're going to move on to the sweets. We have a whole suit of sweets, considered by many to be a necessity at the end of every meal. The sweets are those sugary concoctions with the ability to make weak in the knees even the strongest of eaters. So we have the ace of sweets, the chocolate bar, all the different variations of the chocolate, milk chocolate, dark chocolate. The Italian gelato, I even wrote it on that card. The scoop, ice cream. The mess, popsicle. The sweet holy one, a donut. The Dane, which is the Danish. The delicate one, strawberry shortcake. I don't know how delicate strawberry shortcake is. The straight shooter. This is whipped cream out of a can, which we revere here in the United States. The hot mess, sundae. The split, banana split. The page of sweets, cupcake. It's quite appropriate. The knight of sweets, chocolate chip cookie. The queen of sweets is a cake. And the king of sweets is an apple pie. And finally, we have the suit of the drinks. Woe be to those people who get nothing but drinks when they pull their draw to see what they're going to have for supper. These liquids rain down from the heavens into glasses at every table. The drinks represent an unavoidable choice to be made. After all, what's a meal without something to wash it down? The ace of drinks, water. The 2 is fountain soda. 3 is the steeped one. That's hot tea. And then we have the iced one, which is sweet tea. The classic. Yeah, that's a Coca-Cola. Squeeze, orange juice. The white knight, milk. The sparkler, which is seltzer. The thickest, which is a milkshake. The express, we have espresso. The page of drinks is a draft beer. The night of drinks is a whiskey. What do you expect the queen of drinks to be? Yes, of course. It's a nice glass of wine. And the king of drinks is coffee. Well, I just wanted to share that little deck with you. I thought it was a lot of fun. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I really have no idea, because I'm certainly not going to use it to try to figure out what to eat. I think if I can't figure out what to eat on my own without having to consult a deck of cards, I am in such sad shape. But it might be fun to take out with your friends when you have a group of people, or maybe even family, and you can't decide what to have for supper or where to go, what restaurant to go to. you could pull a card to decide which type of food you were going to have. So that's my little walkthrough of the Food Fortunes deck. Thanks for watching and have a lovely day or evening.